Oh, I was at UCLA in the golden age of their dance department, the 70s through the early 80s, and worked with, all the dance companies, all the dancers that came through. I worked with, a lot of different people.
So what do you do with them? Does it have to be tighter, closer? I mean, like leotards mostly.
Well, what it is again, rather than a written script, I always say dance is the most visual of the performing arts because you create a visual environment from the movement.
Don't you?
And you have to go to rehearsals. You can read a script when it's the theater or film or television, but for dance, that is your script.
But so that's your inspiration.
That is my inspiration.
You have to go see that.
And, again, so much of it depends on what the choreographer's doing, what the choreographer wants to say, what the choreographer's movement says to me, and how color affects it,
I see.
A lot of different things.
So all of these things, obviously, inspired your cute little book.
Yes.
I'm going to point over here. I want much more than a dinosaur.
Yes, I want much more than a dinosaur. I'd always had this idea of wanting to do a children's book because I felt that as a designer, I worked with scripts, I've worked with directors. I could become my own director, my own designer. I could put the whole thing together myself.
But this obviously, to me, came out of when you were working at the Mark Taper Theater on the improv with the children.
With the children.
Is that what inspired you?
Well, that was inspiring me, but also, I started to think about this, I think, as far back as when Jurassic Park came out. And, dinosaurs came to the forefront, and children love dinosaurs. And, of course, in my book, the emphasis is on the word more. So when I was coming up with a title, I thought, how do I teach this to children immediately? And to say, can you find something more than a dinosaur? I just made it into a statement. I want much more than a dinosaur. And the book is based on that old child's game that we used to play where we flipped the head and the body, in other words, if you you flip it all together. But I wanted to include like some inanimate objects and different things. So if we go to a rabbit is a rabbit and nothing more, and then if we were to flip the page to the next page, a rabbit is a rabbit and nothing more. An owl is an owl and nothing more. Put them together. What will you see fly? We flip the page. Big ears, big eyes, fluffy tail in the sky. It's combining the animals together. Now, sometimes you can take objects. Let's go for the next one. A giraffe is a giraffe and nothing more. A shark is a shark and nothing more. Put them together for what can you hope?
Okay.
This is fun. Yeah, you got it. A mean spotted fish with its own periscope. And it goes on like that. The idea is to put animals together, but sometimes it's an object that comes in, or sometimes it's just a mood. So it goes on like this until we get to the end where it goes, a duck is a duck and nothing more. A beaver is a beaver and nothing more. Put them together, hey, what's the deal? And you open it up and it's like a double page. It's like a platypus. A platypus is real. And so the child is playing this game, and suddenly, it really is an analogy to creativity. You're doing something creative, and suddenly, it just springs out into something different than you thought, but still within the same genre. You're still doing the same game, but you get something you didn't expect. So, as the child says in the book, by using my mind, this game I thought was play showed me a very strange creature that exists today. So by finding a strange creature that exists today, he gets much more than a dinosaur.
I got it.
Got it.
I got it. I read the book.
You read the book.
And
it's a very quick read for adults, but children, it's so funny because they watch everything and they look at everything, and pretty soon they're starting to imagine, what is this strange animal I'm going to get?
But I didn't get the way you said it about mixing the animals, because I remember that game now and doing all that kind of thing. Why did Florence Henderson write the foreword, which I thought was so nice?
Well, it's wonderful. Florence Henderson and I worked together on two very large musical productions The Sound of Music, and then the next year, Bells Are Ringing. And we developed, in this business, as you know, Joan, you work with people. You may not see them for many years, but if the connection was there, it's there.
She's like that.
She
I
is like
haven't
that.
seen her. Our kids went to school
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
but if I see her today, she'll act like we were still on campus
Well,
with the kids.
she's lovely, and I contacted her, and she said, let me see the book. And she phoned me and she said, Charlie, she said, I've never done anything like this before, which I thought was odd. I mean, here is one of the icon, quote unquote, mothers of the 20th century.
But she's been busy.
She is very busy, and that's wonderful. I mean, I love her, and she wrote this lovely introduction to the book, and just charming, lady. It's just wonderful.
We thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
Charlie, you should have been an actor, I think. You read so well.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming, and
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this part of the show. We'll be right back with Jerry Harden, who's an actor, but he also did the sculpture on the set. So we'll be right back.